your cholesterol because 50% of it is hereditary. I have a mother-in-law who's in her 89th year, and she has high family cholesterol and therefore lives on an almost no cholesterol diet, and obviously it's worked very well for her. But here's an interesting statistic. Almost 50% of people who have their first heart attack have normal cholesterol. So there's been a whole industry that's been developed around keep your cholesterol under control and do a little bit of exercise and you'll be fine. And that is not the case. There's two other things going on. One is, I've already spoken about it, is pollutants. Now, that's why I went after water, because, you know, air pollution, we can only do so much about that as an individual. We can't go live as if we lived out in the country. We live in a city. We live in a big city. So I focus on controlling what you can control. One of the things you can control is the water you ingest. Okay, you can control the water that you have. You can put filters on your showers, which I do because I'm very fluoride sensitive, and end up with a lot of skin rashes if I don't put filters on my water. But there is a secondary problem. Not all the inflammatory response is a chlorine response. One of the things they found is that we tend, including myself, to eat too high a carbohydrate diet. And carbohydrate digestion, and as you digest and eliminate waste, you end up with a product called homocysteine. Homocysteine, as it's in the blood, tends to coagulate into plaques. Of course, plaques on the side of a wall is a blockage. Really easy to solve that one. We need to up our vitamin B complex. Now, if any of you listen to Art Hister on 10 to 8, most mornings on Global, there was some interesting piece of research that just come down that basically eliminated something that was thought to be very helpful. They were talking about largely in women cancer problems, breast cancer and that sort of thing. There was felt that if you could keep it under control by a really healthy diet, high vitamin B. And they're back to square one. The latest research says, you know, negligible difference. That does not mean, however, that vitamin B doesn't have other good uses. It may not have any positive effect on various cancers, but it sure as heck has a positive effect on these plaques, because the vitamin B in the kind of doses that we should be eating or supplementing for will break down these plaques, keep them from forming, actually. So if you eat like Art Hister, you probably don't need to supplement, which means you're eating a lot of salad, a lot of green leafy vegetables, and keeping your carbohydrates under control. Now, I'm pretty good on the first two of those, not so good on the third. I'm up and down on my carbohydrates because, you know, I mean, living is dangerous to our health. And I eat too much carbohydrate, as does most of our society.